Hey guys, okay, so basically in this video I will be viewing and reviewing Iris Van Herpen's latest collection, the fall 2018-2019 couture collection. When I've actually been following her work for a couple of years now, and honestly, like, she impresses me each and every single time. So I know for a fact that I will not be disappointed. And if you guys are unaware of who she is, well, honestly, like, she is not just a simple fashion designer. Like, she's an actual engineer, like an actual scientist. And like, she uses laser cutting and 3D printing in almost every single one of her creations. And like, she does not really tend to rely on fabrics or materials that already exist. Like, she usually invents her own materials. And I'm actually not gonna watch the fashion show itself because I honestly don't know like how to edit it and make it in sync with this one. So like, I'm simply gonna look at the pictures. Okay, so judging by the first piece, I honestly feel like this collection is inspired by the sea world and like sea creatures and everything, because the pattern on this piece looks like actual fish skin, like fish scales. And I love the way the blazer is cut. I think it's very flattering, and I also love the fringes at the bottom. And I also love how the leather was laser cut and woven into the wool to look like actual fallopian tubes all over. Spectacular work. Okay, the second look also features laser cut leather blended with wool, and I think what stands out about this piece in particular is the thing around her neck. I think it's supposed to be a hood, and I also think that the structure of the coat itself is really nice, and I also really like how detailed the pattern is. Okay, the third dress, honestly, this looks like an actual optical illusion, like when you zoom in on it, and I also love the colors. I love the blend of the blue with the light pink or the beige. And I also love how they used actual leather strands to cinch her waist. I think it really complements the leather fringes at the bottom. Okay, now this is the Bionica dress, and honestly, this dress is an actual trip, and you can definitely see the biological inspiration. And I did my research, and apparently this dress consists of mylar, which is basically the polyester used to make films, and the mylar was attached to cotton, and then both of them were heat bonded to organzas, which are basically fabric. And then they were all arranged in a way to resemble the architecture of a feather. And I honestly think that this dress is very flattering. I love how it is cut and down in the middle of her torso. And I also love like how it protrudes at the bottom and flutters whenever she moves. I mean, that is magnificent. Okay, now this is the Aeolian dress, and this is like an actual waterfall. Like, she's wearing an actual cascade of water. And this dress was actually made out of transparent organza, which was then pleated into plissé. And plissé is basically fabric that was treated to be permanently crinkled. And then the whole thing was liquid coated, and it gives off this amazing effect. Okay, now the next piece also has the same hood. I'm gonna call it hood, whatever, as that other piece. And honestly, yes. And I honestly love like how Iris took something as simple as a coat and developed it. And I also love the blend of all of the colors. I think it gives off a very nice corally effect. Okay, now this dress, honestly, for some reason, like, it reminds me of musical instruments. Like, I don't know, like, it kind of resembles a harp or violin or something. And this dress also consists of mylar and cotton that were heat bonded to organzas. And the structure is actually based on bird wing movements. And this dress was also made out of the same materials as the previous one, but it has like a different silhouette. And I personally like this one more, and I love how it goes over the shoulder. I think it's a very nice touch. Okay, for this piece, honestly, like, I need to know exactly how she constructed this. Like, I need like an actual step-by-step guideline, because I know for a fact that I can't afford this, but like, I need this. Like, I actually need this. Like, the way that it moves and flutters and like how it glistens, honestly, like, that is revolutionary. Like, this is unlike anything I've ever seen before. Okay, I love the structure of this dress. It's giving me Evil Mermaid vibes, and I live for it. And I also love the shade of red that was used. I think it definitely does reflect the opulence of this collection. And I honestly love like how she took the idea of a simple corset and she embellished it to make it look this extravagant. Like, honestly, like, Iris can literally transform anything. Okay, the next one is also giving me rose petal vibes with burnt fringes. And I feel like this smells like incense, and honestly, like, I want it right next to my bed. And like, the way that the organza flutters is so captivating, and I honestly love like how it is so voluminous at the bottom. I think that that is very visually pleasing. Okay, the next piece, the thing on her head looks like a jellyfish, and honestly, give it to me. And like, the way that this dress was engineered to give off like this gradient hueish color effect, honestly, like, that is exquisite. Okay, this dress, like, you know the chandeliers that hang in palaces and castles? Yes. And this one as well. Like, I honestly need both of them to hang above me as I sleep. Like, I need that. And also the way that this dress was made to look like actual fog at the bottom, like, that just proves how meticulous Iris is. Okay, the thing on her head, like, this is exactly what I imagine alien ovaries to look like. And the dress by itself looks like a very complex highway. And I want to drive there. And the headpiece was made out of transparent acrylic sheets. This one also gives me Evil Mermaid vibes, and honestly, kill me. And I love how all of the acrylic feathers are arranged and directed upwards. I think that emanates fierceness. Like this piece honestly looks so technological. And give me like 10 pieces. Okay, the next piece, it seems like stingrays have developed the ability to walk. And I want to show them how to dance, so come over. And this dress is actually made out of laser cut stainless steel and cotton, which were both heat bonded to silk, and the details are actually based on bird sound waves. Okay, so overall, I think that this is exactly what fashion needs. Like, this level of innovation has never been seen before. And I love like how she employs actual scientific techniques in her creations. Like, that is exactly what I want. This is what fashion wants. Like, she is single-handedly revolutionizing the fashion industry. Like, she is 10,000 steps ahead of everybody else. And honestly, like, I'm actually sure she goes to an actual lab to make her pieces. And Vogue here has called her couture's chief scientist and perhaps also its leading futurist. Like, yes, like, honestly, like, she is not a designer. Like, she's an actual engineer. Like, she deserves her degree in physics and biology already. And like, not only does she come up with visionary silhouettes, like, she actually invents her own materials. And also, like, the details and the structures of all of her pieces are so dazzling. Like, this is exactly what I want to be rich. This is exactly what I want to spend each and every single penny of mine on. This. Like, she honestly deserves much, much more recognition than she already has. And I know for a fact that she will continue to push through and to develop and to improve and to progress. Because, yes. And if there is anything you'd like to say or to comment on, then please leave it in the comment section below. And don't forget to subscribe for more fashion content. And thank you very much for watching.